Hello everyone, my name is Yoshimitsu, and welcome to the Japanese lore of Dark Souls. As the title implies, I'll be referring to the original Japanese text over the translated English text. If there are any discrepancies between the versions, I will always take what the original Japanese states as fact. I take this approach as many lore elements have been lost due to translation, and I'm hoping that I can bring some answers to long debated and unanswered lore questions. Scrap all your previous known lore facts, and be ready to have new ones established. Let's begin. Caitha, the goddess of tears, is the first wife to Gwyn, and mother of the firstborn, Guinevere and Filianor. This is the theory I present. I'll be jumping between seemingly unrelated characters and topics in order to explain and back up this theory. The first is regarding Allfather Lloyd. The White Seance ring reads, Gwyn王の叔父、主神ロイドの人である、白教の皇司祭に与えられる聖なる指輪、a divine ring entrusted to the head priest of the Way of White and apostle to Allfather Lloyd, uncle to Gwyn. The title Allfather is translated from Shushin, but the word Shushin should be translated as main god or principal god. Second, in Japanese, there are three ways to write uncle. The first one at the top are for uncles that are the older brother of one's parents. The one in the middle is for uncles that are the younger brother of one's parents. And the one on the bottom is uncles for non-blood related ones. All three are pronounced the same way, which is oji. Lloyd uses the one in the middle, indicating he is the younger brother of Gwyn's parents, or the younger brother of Gwyn's wife's parents. Lloyd's sword ring reads, だが、白教のロイド信仰は今や廃れて等しい。カリミの司祭たちは声高に主張する。ロイドは冒険に過ぎず、主神を戦勝したのだと。Much time has passed since the worship of Lloyd was common in the Way of White. The clerics of Karim loudly assert that Lloyd was a derivative fraud, and the title of Allfather was self-proclaimed. Bokei means collateral relative, not a derivative fraud. Collateral relatives are cousins, nieces, nephews, aunts, uncles, and siblings. The Karim clerics are not denouncing Lloyd's status as uncle to Gwyn. They are stating as he is an uncle to Gwyn, he is a collateral relative, and therefore not in the position to assume the role of principal god of the Way of White. In the Design Works interview, Mr. Miyazaki states, Dark Soul における人間の世界っていうのは白教、つまりグイン王の近親たちの信仰が大きいのですが、そうしたグイン王、太陽の側の信仰と、Here, he clearly states the Way of White is very prominent in the human world, and it is the religion of Gwyn's Kinshin. Kinshin translates to immediate family or close relatives, which includes spouses and children. But as Lloyd is a collateral relative, he is not of immediate family, and therefore not in the position to assume the role of principal god of the Way of White. So then, who was Lloyd? The dual charm reads, 法の剣を司る主神ロイドの裁きはしばし決闘に委ねられた。ロイド騎士はそれをひどく恐れたという。Allfather's Lloyd Knights lived in fear of his duels of judgment, in which verdicts were carried out by a sword of law. The English translation cut out the portion that states Allfather Lloyd governs the sword of law, and we also know that he had governance over the Shield of Caste based on Lloyd's shield ring and White Seance rings. His apostle is also the high priest of the Way of White, and is the guardian of law and caste, both indicating Allfather Lloyd's governance over the law. And as uncle to Gwyn, he was likely the enforcer of the law using his Lloyd Knights. Lloyd's governance over the law hints at a possible connection with another character, and that is Argo and the Adjudicator Giants. Adjudicator Argo summons church guardians in a spear of the church half-light to protect Princess Filianor. He does this to uphold the king's degree, Onohol. So we have the Adjudicator Giants and Lloyd, both of which places a heavy emphasis on the law. The Adjudicator Giants are also called Grey Giants, and the name Lloyd means grey in Welsh. Yes, Allfather Lloyd is a Grey Giant, and likely the leader of the Adjudicators, alongside his Lloyd Knights. But the Lloyd Knights are not the only knights under the Way of White. Karim Knights also served under the Way of White. One of the Karim Knights, Morn, was a follower of Caitha, and later became apostle to the Archbishop. Morn's helm reads, 大司教の 死と門をかたどったものであり、特に冠は司教座に並ぶ石像の頭部そのものである。Modeled on Morn, the Archbishop's apostle, the helm is of perfect likeness to the stone heads of the cathedral. The word used for archbishop is daishikyo, which is used to describe the archbishops of the Catholic Church. I bring this fact up as the archbishop referenced here is a different denomination from the archbishop referenced in Caitha's chime. Caitha's chime from Dark Souls 3 reads, 女神クワトの加護を受けた聖輪、カリムでも一部の聖職者が持つもの。奇跡触媒としては珍しい理力補正を持ち、偶然にも闇に近い奇跡と相性がいい。大司教の名においてそれは秘匿され、また固く許されていない。Sacred chime, blessed by Caitha, goddess of tears, rare even among Karen clerics, affected by intelligence, a rare thing for miracle catalysts, and also agreeable with miracles that lean towards the dark. Its existence is concealed in the name of the archbishop, as it is an anathema. The archbishop here is daishikyo. The word daishikyo is used for the archbishops of the Eastern Orthodox Church denomination. The Cathedral of the Deep also uses daishikyo. The deacons of the deep are fukami no shikyo-tachi, and should be the bishops of the deep. Archdeacon MacDonald is daishikyo Makdaneru, and should be Archbishop MacDonald. Archdeacon Klimt is daishikyo Kuributo, and should be Archbishop Klimt. And Archdeacon Royce is daishikyo Royce, and should be Archbishop Royce. And from this, we know the archbishop mentioned in Caitha's chime is one of the Cathedral of the Deep denomination. It also shows they were trying to hide the existence of Caitha. So now we have two denominations within the Church of the Way of White that are likely modeled after their real-life counterparts. The Archbishops of the Deep are called Daishikyo and are modeled after the Eastern Orthodox Church. The Archbishop that Morm served is called Daishikyo and are modeled after the Western Catholic Church. The Cathedral of the Deep also shows its open hostility towards those that are kin to Gwyn. St. Aldrich became the devourer of God by consuming Gwyndolin, Gwyn's last-born son. The cathedral also shows its hostility towards Rosaria, and Rosaria is clearly a descendant of Gwyn. Her soul can be transposed into bountiful sunlight, and this is a miracle of Princess Guinevere, and was given to her maidens that served her. The weapons of the deep do dark damage, and have increased effects against the Nameless King, Silver Knights, and Black Knights. The Deep Gem reads, くさび石が変質化したという奇跡。深みの精度、そのよどみに生じるもの。深みの武器は闇攻撃力を持つが、能力補正は消失してしまう。そこは人知の届かぬ暗闇なのだ。A gem infused titanite, found in the dregs of the Cathedral of the Deep. Deep weapons inflict dark damage, but lose scaling effects. There is a darkness that lies beyond human ken. The dancer also takes increased damage from deep weapons. This makes sense as she is also a likely descendant of Gwyn. The dancer's crown reads, 冷たい谷の踊り子の頭冠。幻のような極光のベールは旧王家の末裔に唯一残された古い神々の遺産であるという。Crown worn by the dancer of the Boreal Valley. The mirage-like aurora veil is said to be an article of the old gods, permitted only for direct descendants of the old royal family. Her status as a descendant of Gwyn is also evidenced by her soul transposing into Soothing Sunlight miracle, and this is a miracle of Princess Guinevere, eldest daughter of Gwyn. The same weapon effects also have increased damage against Vord, the Whig Knights, the Pontiff Knights, and the Fire Witches. The Pontiff Knights and Fire Witches taking extra damage indicates that they are also descendants of the gods and Gwyn's kin. Both are also Erythilian. The character creation description for Erythilian reads, 高冠までに現れるという古い神々の面相。しかしそれはむしろ不吉の象徴とされる。冷たい谷からいつか迎えが来るのだと。The features of the old gods, as if from legend. They say children born like this are fated to be taken to the Boreal Valley. The old gods referenced here are the gods of Anor Londo, confirming the connection between the gods and Erythilian. In the first Dark Souls, we had a similar damage effect that did extra damage against these same gods. This effect was the occult effect gained by the Dark Ember. The Dark Ember reads, 暗い種火は長く教会に秘匿される禁句であり、それを知る家事は誰も生きてはいない。邪教の武器は神狩りの武器であり、神の一族やその人たちに有効となる。The church long hid the forbidden black ember, and no living blacksmith knows of it. Occult weapons were used to hunt the gods, and are effective against their following and kin. The occult effect does extra damage to Gwyn, Silver Knights, and Black Knights, the same way the deep and dark effects have. The effect of losing scaling damage is also shared between the deep effects and occult effects. The archbishops of the deep use the word hitoku to hide Caitha's chime. The church referenced in the Dark Ember also uses the word hitoku to forbid the use of the Dark Ember. The bishops of the deep were originally tasked with keeping the deep sealed. The deacon robe reads, 深みの聖堂、その司教たちのローブ。園児は火の籠を意味する。深みの封印者であったはずの彼らはやがて皆おぞみに飲まれた。信仰も灯火も役に立たなかったのだ。Robe worn by the deacons of the Cathedral of the Deep, worn on the inside of the deep red robe. In time, those dedicated to sealing away the horrors of the deep succumbed to their very power. It seems that neither tending to the flame nor the faith could save them. It's possible the bishops of the deep were of the same denomination as the church that forbid the Dark Ember. An interesting thing about the occult effect is that they are also effective against the giant sentinels. And if the occult effect are meant for slaying gods, this makes one conclude giant sentinels are either followers of Gwyn or kin to Gwyn. The giant sentinels can also use Wrath of God and a healing miracle without a chime or talisman. And miracles normally would need a chime or talisman to cast unless it is the originator of said miracles. This indicates a possibility that giants are gods. Evidence of giants counted among the ranks of gods can also be found when looking at Nito. Nito is the first of the dead. He sleeps in the tomb of the giants, which in Japanese is Kyojin Hakaba. It's littered with giant-sized coffins and remains that look like some form of giants. The enemies encountered here are also of giant skeletons and giant beast skeletons. I bring this point up as the item description for Bo'o no Kenbu, Gravelord Dance, has an important piece of information that's been lost in translation. It reads, ニトは神々の眠る巨人墓地の最奥にあり、静かにすべての死を司り、眷属のもたらす死の瞳を待っている。The part that was lost is 神々が眠る, which translates to where the gods sleep. This is clearly stating gods are buried within the tomb of giants. And since the place is called Tomb of Giants, I believe this confirms that giants were counted among the gods, the kamigami. Another location with relation to Nito that I want to cover is the Undead Crypt. The Undead Crypt is where we meet Agdane, a Finito. Agdane states, 我はファニト、死を紡ぎ、守る者。かつてこの世界に死をもたらした者からこの役目を授かった。I am Finito. We weave death and watch over the dead. This task was granted to me by the one who gave us the first death. The one who gave the first death points at Nito. The Undead Crypt has multiple references to death as well. And in the Undead Crypt, we find these statues. They're found all throughout the crypt and seems to have influences from Mary from the Catholic Church. The same statue can also be found in Cardinal Tower, as well as another winged version in the Iron Keep. But there is one depiction of these statues that is quite different from the rest. It shows her as a giant, and her worshippers can be seen at her feet. It also depicts her face as a skeleton, showing a likely connection with Nito. I believe these statues found throughout Drang Lake are depictions of Caitha, goddess of tears. Caitha's chime reads, 涙の神クワトは悲しみに寄り添う慈愛の神という位置づけが一般的だが、一部では人を絶望の運命へと導く悪神とされている。Caitha, the goddess of tears, is known as a compassionate being that is with us in times of tragedy. But some believe that she is a demoness that guides us towards misfortune. Demoness translates from akshin. and Akshin is those who is referenced as darker deities in the clutch ring descriptions. Akshin also should be translated as evil god. Caitha is also known as the goddess of tears. The red tearstone ring reads, それは女神クワトの痛みの涙であるという。そして涙とは死のそばでこそ美しいものだ。This stone is said to be a tear of mourning of the goddess Caitha, and of course, tears are always more beautiful near death. And the blue tearstone ring reads, それは女神クワトの憐れみの涙という。そして涙とは死のそばでこそ美しいものだ。This stone is said to be a tear of sorrow of the goddess Caitha, and of course, tears are always more beautiful near death. The red tearstone is Caitha's tear of sorrow, and the blue tearstone is Caitha's tear of mourning. Both tearstones have a direct association with death, the domain of Nito, first of the dead. Caitha also has two miracles as well, which has a strong association with death. The Tears of Denial reads, カリムの大司教のヒトモーンが伝えた奇跡。ヒットポイントがゼロになった時、一度だけ踏みとどまる。それは死にゆく者の今はの際に別れの時間を与えるための奇跡である。涙は死者のために、それ以上に聖者のために。Miracle taught by Morn, the Archbishop's apostle, grants one chance to endure when hit points reaches zero, intended to grant the dying a few moments for a final farewell. Tears are shed for the sake of the living, more so than the deceased. And Kerosene Tears reads, モーンは女神クワトの従者としても知られ、これは彼女をめぐる死の物語であるという。Kerosene Tears is a tale of the many deaths surrounding the goddess Caitha, of whom Morn was a known follower. Both miracles, like her tearstones, have a direct connection with death. Kerosene Tears also has an interesting connection with the Lydia witches of the Undead Crypt. The Lady of Black Robe reads, レディアの魔女のローブ。レディアのとは疫病の神、ガリブを信奉し、かつてファニトと共に不死病にあったが、次第に起こり始め、各地で病の伝播と治癒の両方を司ることで、不死病に入る者を管理し始めた。Robe worn by Lydia witches. Lydia apostles worship Galib, god of disease. They once resided in the undead crypt beside Finito. The Lydia witches grew conceited, and began to manipulate both the onset and curing of diseases, making themselves the effective gatekeepers of the crypt. Caitha's miracle and Lydia witches both have an association with cure, which comes from Chiyu. This association she has with the undead crypt, along with the many strong associations that Caitha has with death, makes me think she is the daughter of Nito, first of the dead. But Caitha also has strong connections with Princess Filianor, the youngest daughter of Gwyn. Her chime called Sacred Chime of Filianor, when equipped, increases the range of healing miracles, enhancements, and cure. The chime affecting healing miracles make sense, as her older sister is Guinevere, and has area affecting healing miracles. And the enhancement miracles being affected also make sense, since her oldest brother is the firstborn. But her chime affecting cure is what I want to point out. Cure is from Chiyu in Japanese, and the only miracle that cures is Chiyu no Namida, Kerosene Tears, a miracle associated with Caitha. This connection, to me, hints at a blood relation. And another connection can be made between goddess Caitha and Princess Filianor through miracles. Many miracles have these effects that appear around the caster, which I call miracle circles. These miracle circles have symbols and coloring that can be used to group miracles into 4 types. One is the sunlight type, associated with the miracles of the firstborn, Guinevere, Solera of Astora, the church guardians, and the cathedral knights. This type can be identified by its orange sunlight color and the sunlight symbol within the circle. One is either purple or blue, and is shared by Velka, Londor, and the Deep. And one is used by all miracle circles in Dark Souls 1 and 2, as well as a few specific in Dark Souls 3. They are Bountiful Light, Magic Barrier and Great Magic Barrier, and the teleports of Prince Lorien and Prince Lothric, as well as Priestess Emma, and the teleport of Gwendolyn, and also the shield that Artorias left to protect Sif also uses this type. I refer to this type as the Lothric type, and yes, I do firmly believe from the relation of Great Magic Barrier that Havel is from Lothric, but I'll save that for a different video. And 1 looks very similar to the Lothric type, but is subtly different, and this type is shared by Replenishment, associated with Lloyd, and the Sacred Chime of Filianor, or more specifically, the weapon art for it, and also Kerosene Tears and Tears of Denial, and also the healing effects that come with Pontiff's left eye, as well as the Clerics of the Ringed City, and the Grus. Although seemingly random, the Gru and Pontiff Sullivan in this grouping make sense. First, the Grus. The item description for Black Bug Pellet reads, 深淵の監視者たる不死体の常備薬、次世の末裔たるグルーたちは今もそれを作り続けているという。At all times, the Abyss Watchers of the Undead Legion keep a supply of these concoctions. Prepared by the Acolytes, rumor has it their Gru descendants still make these concoctions. The Acolytes referenced here is translated from Jisai. Jisai should be translated as servers, and this word is used specifically for the servers under the Catholic Church denomination. And Pontiff Sullivan is translated from Ho'o Sarivan. Ho'o is used to describe the Pope in the Catholic Church, and therefore Pontiff Sullivan should be called Pope Sullivan. And it's the same way Daishikyo that Morn serves under is used as well too. Jisai, Ho'o Sarivan, and Daishikyo are all used for the Catholic denomination in Japanese. All-Father Lloyd, Goddess Caitha, Princess Filianor, Pope Sullivan, and even the Grus all use words that take its influence from the Catholic Church. The grouping of characters based on miracle circles is definitely intentional. And I bring back the theory I presented at the beginning. Caitha is the first wife to Gwyn and the mother of the firstborn son, Guinevere, and Filianor. She is the daughter of Nito, first of the dead. And Nito is a giant, along with All-Father Lloyd, who is a grey giant. And if Goddess Caitha was a giant, it would explain why both daughters of Gwyn are so much larger than him. The Fire Witch, the Dancer, Princess Guinevere, Princess Filianor all tower over Gwyn, and are closer in size to giants than the gods of Anor Londo. A union between Gwyn and giants could explain why giant sentinels can also cast healing miracles in Wrath of God as well. And if Caitha, Goddess of Tears, was first wife to Gwyn, wouldn't it be interesting if the 2 tear stones of Caitha were shed when Gwyn threw himself into the first flame? The blue tear stone ring reads, 涙の神クワトは愛する人を亡くした者を憐れみ、清らかな青い涙を流す。この石はその涙が結晶になったものと言い伝えられている。Caitha, Goddess of Tears, mourns those who have lost loved ones by shedding pure tears of blue. It is said that the stone set in this ring is one such tear. The red tear stone ring reads, 涙の神クワトは非業の死を告げた者を痛み、血のような赤い涙を流す。この石はその涙が結晶になったものと言い伝えられている。Caitha, Goddess of Tears, mourns the undeserving dead, shedding tears as red as blood. It is said the stone set in this ring is one such tear. With the red tear stone, something was subtly lost with translation. 非業の死を告げた者 should actually be translated as one who died an untimely death, not the undeserving dead. Caitha, the Goddess of Tears, shed the red tear stone when Gwyn threw himself into the first flame, as this death was an untimely one for him. And the blue tear stone she likely shed for her children who lost Gwyn, their father. Thanks for watching, everyone, and please let me know what you think in the comments section, as I love reading and listening to other people's lore theories on Dark Souls as well. Stay tuned for more Japanese Dark Souls lore videos, and until then, don't you dare go hollow.